Hello again, it's Vinny Sandu here for the European Cricket Network with a match preview for Match 5 of the Dream11 European Cricket Series coming to you from Gothenburg, Sweden all week this week on the European Cricket Network. It's the first day of what I'm calling Super Tuesday for these two teams. It starts at 8 o'clock AM GMT, which is 10 o'clock in Europe. It is 1:30 PM in India, and don't forget you can catch all the action here as always on the European Cricket Network, or if you're in India, you can catch it on the Fan Code platform. And if you don't already, why don't you follow us on social media? Because as I always say, there's so much happening in the world of European cricket. We'd love for you to be a part of it. You can get in touch with us at European Cricket or me, Mr. Maximo. And let me show you what's coming your way on the Tuesday. It's the second day of the 5-day tournament. You can see that there are 5 games on the Tuesday, which is the 14th of July. And they're 2-hour time slots. They're T10 matches, of course. And this is game 5 of the tournament between Seaside and Jönköping. So it'll be very interesting to see how these two teams go, because they each have 3 matches on this Tuesday. And with each team only playing 6 matches in the group stage, it's critically important for them to get off to a good start in the opening match of the day. So with these two teams, why don't we have a look at some likely lineups? And for Seaside, they'll be led by the captain, Umair Chowdhury, with Harinder Karanga actually taking over the wicket-keeping duties today. So it'll be very interesting to see how he goes. With Jönköping, they'll be led by their captain, Mohammed Ismail, and Bilal Munir will be their wicket-keeper. So Seaside, you might have caught their first appearance yesterday against Elmhult. They let them get 101 runs, which I thought was a little too many, but they chased them down with a minimum of fuss. They chased them down in the 8th over, so they looked very powerful as a batting unit. So it'll be very interesting to see if they can keep up that big hitting form today. And Jönköping, well, they're a bit mixed in their form in short form cricket this season. They're 2 and 3 in the T20 competition. They've got their hands full here, that's for sure, in the opening match of their tournament, trying to control this Seaside batting lineup. But regardless of the outcome of this match, they have 2 more important matches to round out their day. Let's have a look at Mr. Maximo's 11 to watch, and you might find this information useful, of course, if you are participating in some Dream11 cricket. And thanks again to Dream11 for their support of European cricket. Well, I have super highlighted for Seaside, Mokhtar Gulami. Now, I call him the Beast. And the reason is he absolutely clubbed 33 of only 12 balls opening the batting for Seaside yesterday, including a massive Maximo off the first ball that he faced. I don't think they found that ball, and when they did, it needed counselling. And it's his home ground too. He knows the wicket very well, so I'd like to see how he goes today. Let's see if he can activate beast mode here on Super Tuesday for Seaside. Also, I've highlighted their keeper for the day, Harinder Karanga. Well, I don't know what his wicket keeping is like, but he is an experienced top order batsman for them, as well as Umair Chowdhury. Now, the captain went first ball in their first match. I can't see that happening again. He must be angry, and when he gets out of bed Tuesday morning, I think he's going to want to go big on Super Tuesday with their 3 matches. Also, their Rubal Patak, the left-hander who's played international cricket for Finland, and he was very composed during the chase yesterday, compiling a very classy 39 not out off only 16 balls. He pounced on anything loose, and that's a sign of a very good player to me. I've also got an all-round option there in Zahur Sabir. Now, he looks a good player to me. He looks like a smart cricketer, and he can adapt his game to the situation with bat or ball. I think he's got a very good temperament, and I think he'll be a very valuable player for Seaside this week. Also, I've put in a bowling option there in Usman Sawa. Now, he did take 2 for 17 in their first match, but I really can't wait to see him bat, because we know he scored 50 off only 17 balls in the T20 last week. He didn't get a hit yesterday because their batting lineup is so strong, but I'd love to see what he can do, and surely he'll get a chance with the bat on Tuesday. So for Jönköping, I have super highlighted Nasser Bacha. Now, he's a youngster. He'll probably bat 3. He's a very hard hitter of a cricket ball. So I really can't wait to see what he does, probably in the early overs potentially, or in the middle of the innings. And when he's bowling with the ball in hand, his medium paces are very effective, and he's got a really good slower ball. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And in the field, he's got a very safe pair of hands. I've also highlighted their captain, Mohammed Ismail. Now, he is a star all-rounder for them. Now, formerly, he was more of a bowling all-rounder, but he's had some back issues lately. And so he is up the top of the order. He certainly will feature with the bat and try to get them off to a fast start. Also, I've put Riaz Khan, who's a likely opening batsman for them as well, and a powerful hitter of the ball, and some bowling options in Sahagul Shazad. Now, he's a very skillful in-swing bowler. He'll take the new ball, and he's got a lot of responsibility to try and remove the dangerous openers for Seaside, as well as another attacking bowling option there in Bhavya Patel. So this is where we normally go to Mr. Maximo's prediction. But after our 50th show yesterday, we had a bit of a chat and we had so much good feedback and so many people watched the video that I've got so many questions. So I decided now's a good chance to answer one of those questions. And if you'd like to send a question into the show, of course, you can do that. And I'll show you how. And this is today's question. But before I get to it, as you can see down the bottom there, you can send it to me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or just comment on this YouTube video. If I get a really interesting question, or if I get the same question again and again, I'll do my best to answer the question for you in our daily preview shows. So today's question I get maybe 50 or 60 or 100 times a day when people ask me, Mr. Maximo, are you 100% sure that your predicted winning team will win? Hashtag ask Mr. Maximo. Well, this is a very simple question to answer. The short answer is no, I'm not sure that they will win. And that is the beauty of what we're doing here. It is an unwritten piece of art, this T10 action that we're bringing you. And so even though one team might be stronger, another team might be weaker. Lots of things can happen. Sometimes there's late changes for various reasons to the team. Sometimes teams win the toss or lose the toss, and that can affect things. And so many things in the game of cricket can go one way or the other. So no, I'm not 100% sure that my predicted team will win, but I do my best to use my cricket expertise and analysis skills to try and bring you the best information for you to make your own decisions on who you'd like to support in the team. So that's a pretty easy one to answer, but what we do here is try and make it entertaining for you and highlight some of the players who you might like to follow during the game. Now, my prediction success rate is about 70%, which I'm actually pretty happy with when you consider all the factors and variables in the equation of the competition that we are undertaking here. But so thank you for the feedback. When I'm wrong, I definitely know about it, but I do try and keep you informed anyway on behalf of European cricket. So the other thing I'd probably like to address here is often when teams that people are supporting don't win, people are very quick to throw around things like fix and this and that and the other, or when there's a skill error. And so I just think my personal opinion on this is that it's actually quite offensive to those people who put in a lot of hard work to make these tournaments happen. And you've got to remember that in these countries, they don't quite have the infrastructure built up. They don't quite have the professionalism that you might find in some more established cricket playing countries. So a lot of people work really hard to bring this cricket to you. So just bear that in mind next time before you judge what you're seeing on your screen. Because look, I'll be the first to admit it's the good, the bad, and the ugly, but it's very entertaining. And we certainly love bringing you the action here on the European Cricket Network. Of course, like all professional sports organisations, we have a dedicated anti-corruption division to deal with any allegations, and they will be investigated thoroughly and punished heavily if anything untoward is found. And they've got the backing and work in conjunction with the ICC anti-corruption authorities as well. So hopefully that answers all your questions with regards to that. So after saying that I'm not 100% sure that my prediction is going to win, it's time for my prediction. And in this game, well, we've got two strong teams here. Both of them have star players with Seaside and Jönköping, bringing a lot of star power to the table. Now, Seaside, obviously, they have the experience of having played the format on the first morning of the tournament, whereas Jönköping, this could be their first T10 match for a lot of these players. They would have played some T20 cricket, but yeah, T10's a slightly different beast. But they do have some players that can clear the boundaries, so it'll be very interesting. But in the end, I decided that Seaside CC might be my prediction. My main reason for that is I think their batting order is so long. They have so many players that can clear the boundary. And what I noticed is that they all seem to trust each other with the bat. So they went quite aggressive from the get-go with their innings, knowing that if they happen to get out, they'd have somebody else, one of their teammates, to come in, and that they wouldn't really lose too much pace or momentum in their innings. So I think that is so important. And it really takes a lot of the pressure off the players at the top order because they can be aggressive. Whereas if you don't have that kind of batting depth in your team, you start to worry that if you get out, the whole innings could derail. So for that reason, I have put Seaside CC to be my prediction in the first match of what I'm calling Super Tuesday. And guess who I put as my star player? None other than Mokhtar Gulami, a.k.a. The Beast. I really would like to see him go beast mode on day 2 there in Gothenburg. So it certainly will be a very interesting day for these two teams. We hope you enjoy all the action here on the European Cricket Network from 1:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. But for now, this is Vinny Sandhu for European Cricket saying enjoy the game, and we'll see you next time on ECN.